you see on the stories that we're in New York City, you don't have to wonder where we're at. You know exactly where we're going to be. 5 Iron Golf, Herald Square at the Breezy Lounge. No question. That's where we are.
It was Gretzky's son or something that came up to us when we walked into Jupiter that night. We walked in, he's like, you guys want to meet DJ? And we thought he meant the DJ. And we were just like, nah. No, it's like, all right, yeah, we'll meet the DJ. And then we walked over to the table and we looked over like, oh, DJ.
Yeah. Sounds like he's putting on a pretty good show, I guess.
Mikey V is here today as
well.
Mikey V, ladies and gentlemen.
My guy, Mikey V.
Dude, there's another guy who wrote, I'd run through a brick wall for that Sasquatch on the right.
That's you, Mikey V. You're that Sasquatch.
We are not going to start until we want to see top right shelf, 1,000 people top right shelf, and then we could get this thing going. Vin, you let us know when we got 1,000.
What if we don't hit 1,000?
We may not. there's a legitimate chance
that would be.
We could be
podcast canceled.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
I also want to sit here and say Mikey V could not look more uncomfortable than he is right now. Mikey V joining us here today. We hit 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. We hit 1,000. Boom! Clap it up! Clap it up! Clap it up!
The
clap
One
it up.
Piece.
We are coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen, from 5 Iron
in the chat.
Breezy Lounge. Big opening for the boys. Boys are hurting a little bit, but we're going to rally. Are we not, FP?
Power through.
I haven't been this hungover in quite some time.
We got after it. And look, FP got banged up, but let's talk about the guy who really got banged up. And we're going to go into a lot of the giveaways, a lot of stuff that we have going on this episode. Nobody was drunker last night than the one, the only, Sir Benjamin Schicker. I mean, this guy, oh my God.
You're not wrong.
No.
The thing is, when we do these, I'm not the most, sociable guy. And when we, have one of these, I get a couple in me to start, get the people coming up, to talk to all the people, and then it doesn't stop. And then it ends at McDonald's, and then I mistakenly toss a chicken nugget.
You were Oxford drunk.
What's that?
You were Oxford drunk.
I was Oxford drunk, and I apologize for absolutely nothing. And things escalated, and I wouldn't say they got out of hand. I would say they got in hand.
Well,
things got in hand.
Talk to Mikey's wife, who he threw a chicken nugget at.
He was trying to throw it at me. He was trying to throw it at me.
No, I wasn't trying to throw it at anybody. I thought it was empty.
Yeah, no, you
and I was
looked at
trying.
me.
It was a 20 spot, and I had the case, and I just like tossed it, and I have like such a good arm that it flew across the thing, and I didn't know there was a nugget in the thing, and it swiped past Cutsy, and it hit.
It whizzed by my head.
Did you talk to Holly about this yet?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Jet's not invited for tomorrow, unfortunately. He got banned.
That's
he got
tough.
banned.
He deserves a 1 week ban.
Might be a 1 week ban. No, absolutely not. It's okay. I didn't even realize that it happened, and someone told me this morning, and I said, even if I did realize it happened at the time, I probably wouldn't have cared.
She looked
respectfully.
With all due respect to my wife.
She looked at me, stared at me for a few seconds, and then went back to her evening.
Okay.
Jet like
good. I think we. Yeah, she likes me.
He turned into me. He's like, Bob. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I just threw a chicken nugget at Holly. I was like, yeah, Jet, I saw that.
I saw Bob make out with a double cheeseburger last night.
Wow, that was horrifying.
Sucking face with a fucking double cheeseburger, dude.
And then he
I've never
bailed.
seen anything like it.
The best story of all, though, is we were getting ready to leave, and I was trying to keep tabs on where Ticket was. So I messaged him because I couldn't find him, and I was like, Tick, where are you? And he's like, dude, I'm back at the hotel. I'm beat. It's been a long night. I can't wait to go to sleep. And then he's like, what are you guys doing? Are you leaving? And I was like, well, I think me, Teddy, and Jet are going to head to McDonald's. And he goes, yeah, I'm going to have to respectfully decline. It's been a long night. And then I looked 2 minutes later, I got another text. He's like, damn, that sounds like a good time. And he's like, when are you guys leaving? And I was like, I think in like 5 minutes. So he goes, all right, I'm back in. I'll meet you at the McDonald's. So he left the hotel to walk to the McDonald's, but then proceeded to look online and like sent me a message saying, don't go to this one because they close at 11. Here's the geotag for the 24
We hit the
hours.
24-hour.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Night of the Living Dead, the scene in McDonald's was like the zombies feasting on a human corpse.
Yeah.
From a high top. 20 of us. The most disturbing thing you could ever
It was
look at.
gross.
I like cringe content, but if McDonald's had the security footage of that, I don't think I could watch it. It would be a tough watch.
Sloppy, dude.
It was bad.
Perez was at one point like referring to himself as a piece on a chessboard, and he said he used to be a bishop, but now he's a rook.
Yeah.
But I think he said rook. I don't even think he said
he did.
rook. I think he said
He
brook.
turned to me. He's like, he's pronouncing it wrong, by the way.
Somebody called me a pawn, and I think I've got more versatility than that. I think I'm not quite in shape to be a knight. Like I was. I can't make that. I can't make that move anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely a rook.
Lateral movement.
He's the
front,
pawn
back.
that gets across and becomes a queen at the end.
Yeah.
I do just want to touch on really quick. We're gonna have a couple different segments. We're gonna have a Ask Us Anything. We're gonna be having a little snake draft, top 3 segment, which is gonna be a lot of fun. And then of course the grand finale at the end. We're going to be giving away, and Joey D's thrilled about this. Is we are going to be giving away 4 spots to a Breezy Invitational. It's going to be a little bit of a trivia. We saw the trivia questions. Tough questions to answer.
Yeah.
I didn't know the answers.
No, there's a couple.
I don't know.
I think the one that we're asking you didn't know the answer. A lot of us didn't know the
I
answer.
didn't either. I just
I don't
knew
either.
the question.
It's sad,
tough.
honestly. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, but at the same
Ourselves.
time, too, if we're going to be giving away these Breezy Invitational tickets, a lot of value there. If we don't say, maybe we're a little bit biased, but a lot of value there. You got to make them tough questions.
Yeah, these Breezy Invitational questions is like the SATs, and then this question is like on the same level as that.
How'd you do on your SATs?
They gave me, I had like double time. I tell them all the time, I got double time on it. I didn't do they put me in a room. I was in a room doing the SATs for 6 hours. We got all the time we needed.
Yeah.
And
Still didn't finish.
Still, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Look, didn't go well. Did not go well. Moving right along here. Big opening, 5-iron, taking a big chance on us, which is incredible. Breezy Lounge opening. Joey D, your thoughts on the opening last night? Yes, we know we got hammered, but outside of that, what did you think about the opening?
This place is dope, for starters. But I will say that, like, the area that it's in, like, they have glass panel windows that, like, kind of surround the perimeter of the building. And you look out, there's Herald Square right there. And then we got just people everywhere. I was talking to some people, and then at some point, like, they're like, who's the pictures on the wall? And I was like, that's somehow us. And they're like, that's you? And I was like, yeah. They're like, you look better in caricature form than in real life. I was like, that's tough to hear, man. But no, this place is really awesome. It was so cool last night because it was like filled to the, what is it, full to the gills?
To the brim.
To the brim,
Yes.
to the brim.
Yes.
And it was just like good vibes. People were drinking, having fun. The simulators were going. They got everything here. If you want to watch games with your boys, like, it's just an awesome spot. So the fact that this place is kind of like, quote unquote, ours is really, really cool. Perez and I actually came here yesterday afternoon after lunch at a Korean barbecue of all places, and we came back
that was
here
wild.
and we had a couple drinks, and we went to the bartender and we're like, hey, so what do we owe? And he's like, oh, this is your place. And I was like, damn, that's kind of tight.
It's super dangerous move.
Yeah.
Good thing we don't live in New York because we live here.
No idea what kind of example he's setting for himself there.
Yeah, Perez sent me a message yesterday. He's like, we're gonna go for a drink, and I'm like, where are you going? He's like, 5-iron. I'm like, we're going there tonight. Like,
Now, look, I mean,
cool spot,
if you
man.
see us in New York City, if you see on the stories that we're in New York City, you don't have to wonder where we're at. anymore. You know exactly where we're going to be, and we're going to be at 5-iron Golf, Herald Square at the Breezy Lounge.
Yeah.
No question. That's where we are.
It's great. When we came here the first time, this was a weight room.
That's right.
yeah,
And then they opened it up. They put up the have a day. There's some wild. It is a cornucopia of photos going on up there.
Yeah.
Stuff
Nice
from
work.
random, like, funny, hilarious moments. There's a picture of you two with Dustin Johnson right there.
That was
my favorite picture I think I've ever seen.
that was quite the
That
evening.
was a tough scene.
that was quite the evening. I remember when we walked into it was Gretzky's son or something that came up to us when we walked into Jupiter that night. You guys hung back. And we walked in. He's like, "You guys want to meet DJ?" And we thought he meant the DJ, and we were just like,
Nah.
No, it's like, all right, yeah, we'll meet the DJ. And then we walked over to the table and we looked over like, oh, DJ.
Pretty wild. It's like, yeah, I mean, sounds like he's putting on a pretty good show, I guess. He's a fan. I don't know.
I'm watching some of these comments. Somebody just said Bear Down is a monster amongst the rest of the boys.
Didn't need that.
Oh, it's up there. I didn't
You
see
can
that.
see yourself up there. Look at Bear Down's legs.
Dude, there's another guy who wrote, I'd run through a brick wall for that Sasquatch on the right, man.
That's you, baby. You're that Sasquatch.
Welcome to the program.
By the way, Mikey V is here today as
Well,
well.
Mikey V, ladies and gentlemen.
Guy Mikey V. Yeah, and we're going to go into a little AMA coming up, and Ticket's going to be picking the questions that we're going to be going up to. A guest appearance that we had last night, which was wild, and he kind of flies under the radar. You don't know he's here. Shortstop for the New York Yankees, Anthony Volpe, coming last night was pretty wild.
Gold Glove.
Gold Glove?
Gold Glover, sure.
Yeah.
You don't just give those things away willy-nilly, dude.
No, it's
You know, if Anthony Volpe's
unless you're
coming
Greg
here,
Maddux.
that if a guy like that, who is the face of a franchise now, becoming the face of a franchise along with Aaron Judge, he makes this a priority to be one of his stops, how do you in turn not make this a priority?
That's exactly
for
right.
That's a great question.
That's exactly
Turn it all
right.
back. I told him, I was like, he's like, this is a cool place. I'm like, if the Yankees want to have like a post game thing here, like just let us know.
That's nice of you to offer that.
Yeah. Just let Joe know. He'll take care of it. You know. So
We got him.
Hal, if you're listeing, Hal, we got you. We got you.
But yeah, really, last night was absolutely surreal. Shout out our guy Scott Dunn, who put the whole thing together. I like
got
how
a box office.
Scotty kind of kept us on our toes with the pictures that came up. We didn't really know what was given in. We sent him a lot of the pictures, and then coming in and seeing some of them, I thought was pretty damn hysterical. It really was. It's pretty surreal. And again, folks, stay tuned near the end. We're going to be giving away 4 tickets to the Breezy Invitational. But now we're going to send it on over to the big ticket, who's going to do a little AMA. Ticket pick the best questions that he liked. Fire on into the comments as well if you have any questions, whatever it may be. Ticket, take it away.
All right, first question comes from Joe_Gutowski5. He wants to know, only one drink food combo on the course for the rest of your lives, what would it be?
Damn.
FP, you want to take that away?
I just got hungry, dog. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Corona Premier. See what I did there?
He's a branded boy.
Damn.
But I'm gonna. I like a barbecue sandwich, pulled pork.
You do.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
you do.
good call.
I think it's a good on-course sandwich. I'm not a hot dog guy, you know that.
Yeah, I was going to say tranny and a glizzy.
Yeah.
Let's go
that's
tranny
exactly-
glizzy.
that's
That's,
what it
that's,
is.
that's a
That's
good
standard.
answer.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Joey
a double.
D?
You're gonna hear that a lot.
Tequila pineapple's the drink I go to. Food. I don't know. Yeah, I guess give me a hot dog. It depends on if it's like a big bratwurst, I like that. Like those big
You
boys.
do love a nice brat.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
No, you do.
Sounds bad.
I'm not even.
I was not trying to make it sound like that,
I'm not
but
even doing that.
better.
He does. He really does. He really does. He loves a good brat. We'll go back to a guy who also loves a good brat. Big ticket. What do you got next for the AMA?
Next question. Who is each of the guys' favorite college football player of all time?
I'll start with mine, Mikey. That's right up your alley. Mine. I think one of the most dominant I've ever seen outside of Tim Tebow, Reggie Bush. For me, would
that's a
be
good one.
One of my favorites. Yeah, there's been a couple times where we've come close. He almost came to a Breezy Invitational, and that would have been pretty
Reg?
fucking.
Oh, he
Yeah,
almost came to
true,
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yes, he
That's
got
right.
very close to coming. That would have been really cool. Yaman, that's up your alley.
Give me Oklahoma Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
Man, that's out of respect.
That's
I
respect.
know,
dude.
Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma.
Don't do it,
was,
Mikey.
when Baker Mayfield was like at Oklahoma, he was the swaggiest dude of all
yeah,
time.
he
And when
was.
he put that flag in that Buckeye,
By the way, for
special.
for
I
reference,
love that question.
Baker's a dear friend of the pod, and he's our guy. He set us up at UT Golf Club, and we were doing the Brilliantly Dumb show, and Mikey just starts going off on a tangent about Baker, and I'm just like, oh no, Mikey, like I didn't think he knew that was one of our guys for the flag. for that exact
No,
thing.
not even.
Hated
I
that.
just when I was like
flag
super
move.
into college football, Baker Mayfield was the man at Oklahoma, and he was just a swaggy guy. It's like, I mean, there's another obvious one that's kind of similar, but with the swaggy college dude.
I think we'd be remiss to not mention, in my opinion, the most electric player I've ever seen in college.
I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it Vic?
It's Michael Vick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got to
good
be
for you.
Michael Vick.
Vick. I mean,
He was so good.
it was
Wild.
preposterous how good. And the only way he could lose was facing a 30-year-old Chris Winkie in
Correct.
the national title game.
Winky had no business playing college football.
None.
He had a 401k and serious health benefits at that
Yes.
point. Like
he
it
looked
didn't-
like he was selling life insurance.
He was.
Yeah.
Peter Warwick. I always say Peter Warwick.
He loves
I
Peter
wanna-
Warwick.
I make it my
He
life's
owns
mission.
several Applebee's. Did you know that?
Fantastic, 2
Yep.
for 20.
Yep.
I make it my life's work.
He's hot today, man.
I make it my life's work to put respect on Peter Warwick's name every chance that I get because he deserves it. He was the best wide receiver in college football by a mile when he played at Florida State.
I'm going to go
That's
with
true.
another one of our guys, Johnny Football.
That's a real good one.
He took over college football that
Yeah,
one year when he beat Alabama, and it was madness.
That was
Tick. Who you got?
I got Tavon Austin. West Virginia.
That's nice. That's nice. That's real nice.
yeah, good pull there, Tech. Okay, next question. Moving right along
Somebody
here.
said Percy Harvin.
Oh, Percy Harvin.
Virginia native.
FP Law.
I saw him
Ted
score
Ginn.
6 touchdowns in the
Ginn,
Virginia
yeah.
State high school championship game. Played both sides of the ball.
Friday Night Lights.
So good.
By the way, big day of college football coming up here today that we'll be watching here from Five Iron. As many
Breezy Lounge.
TVs as you can imagine. Breezy Lounge is the place.
Can I ask you guys about those polos?
Sure
Yeah.
can. You absolutely can. Tell him, Joey D.
Tell me about that polo.
Well, I mean, if you like looking swaggy, you got this thing. We got actually my favorite. My pick is the one that Mikey's wearing. That's the seafood.
When you
polo.
talk shellfish and crustaceans, that's my wheelhouse.
Sure.
I love that, and the color scheme on this. I mean, you walk into any respectable restaurant in the warmer weather months, you're going to be the first guy everyone puts eyes on if you have this polo.
Yeah, I would
that's
agree
just
with
the
that.
way it is, period. This guy's coming here to order some seafood. That's what this says.
Exactly.
And enjoy himself.
That's a shirt that like 45-year-old women compliment you on.
Yes.
100%.
You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
Yep.
They come up to you and go,
It's
"Oh my
subtle,
god, I
but it's
love
brilliant.
that shirt."
The color scheme.
The colors, I love
And
it.
your eyes.
Yes,
The pageant.
all of that.
Oh, the pageantry.
Not just the polos too. You got the feed bob here. You got the Mexico polo here, which was hand selected there by FP.
Q-zip.
Let's talk
Q-zip.
Q-zip.
That's actually my Q-zip.
The Q-zips are my
talk to
Q-zips
me,
are
Moms.
my favorite of the new. These designed in different colors. It's
nice.
And they're comfortable. They look clean. They're pretty special.
Is that mine?
Quality is what comes to
Is that
mind.
the one I
for
gave
me.
you?
This is the one you gave me.
Why don't you have your own Q-zip?
Ooh.
This guy just lends.
We were in Texas,
He
and
lends.
and remember
I,
it got cold, and I took Q-zip off
No, I
my
know.
back. And gave
I
it-
always
You
pack. I'm a
used-
bad packer.
You my sweatshirt last night.
Yeah,
He used you.
Yeah, I gave you a Q-zip last night. And you're like, I can't possibly wear this because you were matching with
Right.
FP. So you went back up to your room and you
To
grabbed
Bob's room.
Bob's room and
Yeah,
grabbed the sweatshirt.
yeah.
And now whose is that today?
And let me tell you
That's
something.
mine.
That's
None of y'all are getting them back.
Yeah, take a look. You know the drill. BreezyGolf.com. Q-zips, polos. As good as our previous drops were, sweatshirts, of course.
Hoodies are fire.
I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, FP. I know we're biased. This has got to be. We've seen the drops. I feel like get better and better.
Yeah, I mean, this is the next level. It's the next logical step for us.
It's like chess.
It is. I mean, yeah, I'm a rook. I would know.
We head on over. Big ticket AMA, baby.
All right, next question comes from Benjamin.Furnett. What's the best Tim Hortons donut?
It's a one-man
That's
answer
all
right
yours,
here.
Joseph.
The best donut is the apple fritter.
Oh,
but
God, you're right.
It was a bang job when we tried to house them on the golf course.
You can't have 12 of them, dude.
Yeah, and that to me is a no-brainer. That's my favorite donut. The honey cruller actually, I thought, got a lot of slander by the young gentleman next to me, but I think that's a great donut as well. There's another donut tick. It's called the Maple Glaze.
I'm in on that.
And that is sensational. That's a Canadian staple. So I'd call those the trifecta. But yeah, apple fritter, maple glaze.
I will say, Joe, when we went to Canada and you hyped up Tim Hortons the way you did, I thought it would just be like a Dunkin' Donuts, with all due respect to Dunkin' Donuts. It really was not. It was really, the Tim Hortons we were blown away about. And then another thing that we busted his balls a lot for, the way he talked about it on the Brilliant Numb show, the way he talked up Chinese food in Vancouver.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's so
and
good.
it hit.
You're gonna try some when you
Yes,
come.
I sure am.
Mikey, it hit. It really did. He didn't
It was
hype it up.
sensational.
Just put Chinese in front of me, man. It's just, it's over. It's over.
I had what I sent you. I had this morning to have at 9 in the morning.
By the way, we should talk about eating a roasted red pepper before 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how.
Roasted red pepper.
Where did you even get one?
On a bagel.
Tom.
Like, how is that not? That would repeat on me for like 12 hours if I ate it that early.
I had a toasted sesame bagel with chicken cutlet, fresh mozz, and
What the hell?
and roasted
This
red
morning?
pepper. Yeah, that's why I had that extra bacon, egg, and cheese for you.
Jeez,
What I was gonna do, I
probably
wanted.
would have thrown it at Bear Down's wife.
Don't worry, babe. I got you. I got you. I'll take that bullet. I'll take that bullet.
Let's send it back over to the big ticket, another AMA, and again, stay tuned. Giveaway at the end. 4 spots at the Breezy Invitational.
All right, next question comes from Yash Yames. When are we going to get Mikey Mulligan's on a BDS episode?
Well, I will say, here's the problem, Mikey Mulligan's. His body's shattered. His body,
He's a shell of himself.
he really is.
Pretty big shell.
Top to bottom.
His body's broken.
No, we don't like to force things here. We're all about organic experience here, right? So this is good enough for me right now. Just chopping it up with the boys. My golf game is nowhere near where it needs to be, and that's just being 100% real and honest. Yeah.
Some
and
would
that's
say this-
partly Perez's fault. He was supposed to give me lessons.
Whoa, Mr. Stoopy.
When's the last time that you picked up a golf club?
Last month.
Okay.
I picked it up
I
and
feel,
I
I feel like I haven't seen any golf content come out of you. When's the last time you played Mikey Mulligan's on PGA Tour 2K?
that was last week.
Wow.
Did really well. I won two majors this year.
Two majors.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I won
Major champ.
yeah,
champ.
U.S. Open and the Masters.
Whoa.
Not to brag.
Wyndham only won one.
All right, I like that. That's my guy right there. I appreciate it. I thought we were going to get a really quiet FP today, just knowing what took place.
yeah.
He's got the hot hand right now.
I'm
man.
telling you right now, I'm in a bad spot. I'm in a really bad spot. I'm not like everybody come out and watch the games. You might not see me here, but you'll see these guys. I'm here in spirit. I need to sleep.
By the way, our number one supporter, Brian Gannon, has entered into the IG Lives to let us know that he is at the Breezy Lounge right now. So if you turn over to your right, you will
That's true?
see Brian Gannon. Mr. Gannon, how are you, sir?
There he is.
Let me tell you something. Brian Gannon
Guy don't miss a
has
beat, man.
not
He
missed
doesn't
a
miss a
single event that we have ever done. He is just there, ready to.
He's on the Mount
by the
Rushmore.
way-
He's on the Mount Rushmore.
You know,
of
he's-
brilliantly
yeah.
dumb.
Yeah,
Mount
100%.
He
might-
actually has
yeah.
a table for us later at Billy's.
I was just about to say, if anyone needs a table at Billy's, Brian
How
Gannon's the
he
guy you
held
talk
that
to.
table for us at Billy's before that game, it was a mob scene, and somehow this
You know what
guy.
the great thing about that is now is that we don't need tables to be held for us anymore because now we come right to the Breezy Lounge.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Right.
we don't need to do that anymore, which is great.
That's I mean, true story. This is the only what FP said is true. If we're in New York, this is where we are.
You don't have to wonder anymore.
No.
We're the guys out getting drinks tonight. You know where we're at. 5 Iron Golf.
Or
Herald
McDonald's.
Square, Breezy Lounge.
Or McDonald's.
Or McDonald's.
Also,
Which is
24/7
7
McDonald's.
blocks away. Avenue of the Americas, 24th. 28th.
Third floor.
30th. Yeah. Yep.
Also, too, menu-wise, us creating our own menu is pretty wild as well. Joey D, why don't you hold that thing up right there? And That's not the full one there. There's other options as well, but that is.
Don't you have your own sandwich on there? You got your own something, right?
Yeah, FP has the buffalo shrimp. I got the Caesar wrap, and it's actually not a Caesar wrap. I talked a little bit about it last night. It's on a French roll, but when we tried it, the French roll was just so much better than even the wrap. So I was like, you know what, you got to do what you got to do. I know it's not your traditional wrap.
No, but you know what? That's like eating a Caesar salad on like a crouton sandwich almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is really the way you got to think about it, and that's why it probably works so well.
You know what it reminds me of? It's like when you do your first half bets and he gives you a hard time or people give you a hard time for first quarter, first half bets. If it wins and if it gets the job done, you do it.
That's fair.
It's true.
What a wild, degenerate analogy that is.
Yeah. No, but it's
I
true.
kind of got it.
You know what I mean?
Of course you did.
I was like, where is he headed with this one?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Though it's like it gets done.
It's like first
it's not
quarterback.
normal, but it gets it done.
That's it.
We're gonna head it on over to the Poppy again, another AMA, and then we got our snake draft coming in, which is we're gonna be listing top Bob Does Sports episodes that we've ever had snake draft. So if you say one, I think everybody knows the one we're all gunning for, that gets eliminated from the board. So I think that'll be fun. We'll do one more AMA and then we'll keep it rolling.
All right, this last question comes from TCudEhe33.
Nice.
We've been asked this a lot, but if you had to add a fourth to BDS squad, if you had to, not saying we are, but if you had to, who would it be?
I'll take Paige. Yeah.
Next segment.
Yeah. Sweet girl. I'll take Paige.
Good Lord.
Good God. Carries herself well. Smart. Beautiful.
Lovely gal.
She's got it all. She's a 5-tool player.
Yeah, I'm
5-tool players.
I'll go with Paige.
I guess she's our fourth. Either that or Mikey Mulligan's.
Well, Mikey Mulligan's special. I mean, technically, people always see this as kind of disrespectful because Jet is technically our fourth.
Wow, that's
Correct.
respect.
Yeah,
right there.
that is.
So, like,
is.
you know
That's
what? I don't
respect.
need a fourth because I already got one.
Wow. That's a rider, dude.
The thing, yeah, that's big love, and he's right. But at the
Why
same,
did you say that?
well,
Because he'll take Paige.
the thing is too, Yams likes his days doing the camera too, to where like I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you would want. I think you love playing and you'll do, but I do think you like your days where you're behind the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I like to pick my spots. I
Yeah.
also think if I was in every week, people would hate me. But now that I'm in once in a while,
People
like,
love
oh,
you.
Like exactly, because you're not getting enough of. You know what I mean? You're just getting a little bit. But also having just three of you leaves the door open for revolving guests.
Yeah.
I will say this: we just did something with Xander Schauffele, and if he wasn't a pro, he fits in so well
Yeah.
with what we do. His banter is hilarious. That, hey Xander, if you ever want to jump off the pro, like
It's a nice little backup plan for the guy.
We've had
I'm
some
sure he's
guys.
just counting that.
There's been
Be a
guys
golden
like
parachute.
There's been guys like we chirp that like we go at back and forth, but I think we talked about it before. There's never been a guy where it's been nonstop going at each other's throats the entire time that he was there, and it was beautiful.
Homa kind of.
Yeah, Homo's up there for sure, but not
could-
as much as Xander.
You could tell Xander like had some ammo too. Like
Yeah.
he had I guess seen some stuff. He had specific things that he was pulling out. It was not just general shit talking. Just tough. He was prepared.
He knew what he was getting himself
Yeah, he
into.
did.
You know who was prepared too, and had talked about doing the taco challenge? John Rahm,
Yeah.
who we just recently
That's right.
filmed with, and he was ready to rock and roll. He talked about the taco challenge. He's very much into that. And then the guy that he would bring in, his ringer, would be in trouble strokes wise, Tony Finau. Who he said
Yeah.
could just wouldn't that'd
Could
be
you
amazing?
imagine
That'd be my
Tony
dream.
Finau
That
and
would
John
be shut it
Rahm in a
down
taco
again.
And then I
challenge.
think he said J.J. Watt. How are we gonna out eat J.J. Watt, Tony Finau, and
We'd
John
be
Rahm?
done.
And
There's only one
outstroke
guy
him,
who could
too.
out eat J.J. Watt, sitting right here to your left.
Whoa!
You are. Yeah,
Yo,
You're a
Fucking Mikey
competitive
V.
eater.
you are a
When-
competitive eater.
when
I'm
Mikey,
the best amateur competitive eater. Amateur, I'm not pro, and I don't claim to be, but amateur-wise, I have to be top 5 in the country.
Shit, Mike, you can't make
Amateur-wise,
that.
Joe, I'm talking amateur.
That is preposterous.
I'm not on the pro circuit.
In all the country top 5
Yeah.
He
eaters.
proved himself with that challenge
It's
earlier this
one
year.
restaurant, Jet.
Yeah, but it was a big ass.
One restaurant.
But Cutsy, it's not about the restaurant. It's about how fast you ate.
That's correct.
what they were serving
Joe,
in the restaurant.
5 patties, a pound of fries.
Listen, I'm not taking away from that. It was very admirable. unbelievable. And I'm sure that you could eat more than most people. But to make a claim you're the top 5 amateur eater in the country.
But amateur's the key word there.
All right. I mean,
Mostly because no one tracks amateur competitive eating.
No one can prove you wrong.
Right.
It'd be impossible.
like if you
Mikey,
went on an
he just never
Instagram
turned
live
pro.
and
Just say it, look.
said, if you went on an Instagram live and said, we are going to do a competition.
Yeah.
And like we did it on Bob Does Sports, and we took 5 contestants who like put in a resume of like what they could do and like send it in to like Bob and us, and we handpicked 5 people.
Yeah.
Randomly, you think you just mop the floor with all of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, the thing is, Cutsy,
I think he would for sure.
He's amateur. It's an amateur eater. Just remember that.
I
So like if somebody
understand
puts in a
that.
resume and they have like pro experience, like eating contests,
Nah,
they're
doesn't work.
probably disqualified.
What?
It's like when JB Holmes played in that
For those who didn't see, what Mikey did to that burger challenge was, it was pretty damn impressive.
So then why don't we? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
no,
I'm
no.
saying I just had an idea. Like, if you ever come on a Bob Does Sports episode, you need to come on a food challenge episode.
I mean, that makes the most sense.
yeah, I agree.
That is absolutely the play. If we like that's we need to hold a slot for like
Mike.
a burger or something or pizza.
Costco chicken pot pie.
What was your most recent? What were we gonna do for the donut challenge? What were
A dozen donuts in under
the 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
What the fuck?
Oh,
What kind of like
glazed. I
We were
think.
just gonna do a box of Krispy Kremes.
Krispy Kremes? Yeah, that's light work, to be honest with you.
I know, but a dozen is a dozen.
A
I
dozen
think I
does-
may have actually said 3 minutes.
Those things are.
I do
like
think-
nothing, dude.
What I said though is like I would see Mikey. I could see why that would be tough, but I would see him putting down 6 in the first 2 minutes, and it's going to be looking pretty good.
Stack them. You stack them.
Yeah,
you
you
smush
squish 'em,
them,
yeah.
and then you eat them.
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, that's right. No, that's 100%
There was a
right.
little something about that.
That was
Take it
a
easy.
huge thing to say.
Look, if they're warm, if the Krispy Kreme donuts,
They go
if that-
down a lot
if that
easier.
sign's on, those donuts, all you gotta do is put them in your mouth, and you don't have to chew.
They evaporate.
They just disintegrate. So like the effort, yeah, but you stack them up. I saw a thing one time where this is some fat shit. I saw this thing where people were putting Krispy Kreme donuts into waffle presses and then eating them with maple syrup like waffles. I can't tell you how delicious that looks.
oh my god!
All right, boys. It's go time. I think we're gonna do our snake draft tick. Why don't you go ahead and just walk down how this is gonna go, break it down a little bit, and
start,
again.
I got him the note.
Yeah, we'll come in around. You want to take it away, Yaman, of how it's
I
gonna?
got-
Oh, of what you have.
You got a list?
So Pop.
Whoa!
No, I just put a few so I would, jog my memory.
Poppy's going to break down how this is going to go. I saw somebody in the chat ask if we are going to be here all day. We will be watching college football here. Come on by. And then, of course, stay tuned. Coming shortly, I'd say about 15 minutes, the giveaway for the Breezy Invitational. Tough trivia question, but the first person that gets it down will get the 4 tickets. But for now, Poppy, take it away.
All right, if you've ever seen the Brilliantly Dumb show, they do a top 5, but here we're going to do a top 3 snake draft style, so no one has the same answer twice. We're going to be doing favorite Bob Does Sports episodes. And Mikey V, we will start with you in the 1 slot.
1-1 overall. I mean, this is a layup in my opinion. I don't think you can talk about Bob Does Sports if you're not going to talk about the pickleball. Wow, that's my.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my Andrew Luck. I mean, that's a guy ready to come into the league.
Where's Andrew Luck now?
Yeah.
He retired early, but
It's the best starting 5 minutes in the channel's history. I don't think anybody can deny that.
thank you.
Yeah. Shout out, Pops.
That's
All right.
that's my
It's
one.
a pickleball's off the board, FP.
2 slot. This one's near and dear to my heart. I watch it at least once a month. It's where it all started, in my opinion. It's where things really took a
He's
turn,
gonna
and
do it.
it's my goal to monetize this video by the end of our careers.
do it.
I'm going to go with Bob's one and only professional refereeing career appearance, and that would be Micromania.
Ivar. Let me get
Ivar the Micro. I love that shit. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I watch
we
it all the
got
time.
two off the
The
board.
board's looking real nice right now.
Diamond.
This is like when I get Michael Jordan at 3. But this is okay. But it's my favorite. Like it's not.
Yeah.
There's
it's your
like very. So my favorite one we've ever done is you can't leave the course till you shoot 15 under.
Oh, that's a good
in
one.
Virginia.
The first one in Virginia.
That was a wild day.
Ticket's favorite too.
Yeah, it was.
That was a tough day.
He wanted to get the
That was a tough
fuck
day.
out of
Yeah,
there.
do you
Make
remember the
cars, and he would just be cussing us out under his breath.
How do you
too.
not hit that fucking puck, Bob?
Well, do you remember the flies that were attacking us? That was a big part of the crowd.
I just think it was the funniest. I think it was the funniest
bad.
one I've ever
Stinging
done.
nettle.
You got Jabba Chamberlain?
Were the flies in Virginia or the mosquitoes in Whistler worse?
Oh, they were both even on par.
I mean, it's got to be those mosquitoes were the size of
and
fucking
and
deer.
that was the same type of video.
Same type of video.
Yeah. All right, Bobby.
Yeah, that leaves me. I love this in the 4-hole. To get this, give me Josh Allen. I mean, that's tough to beat. I think what was so special about that is not just the crew that we have, is we didn't know that they were looking to drink like that. Like, we didn't expect to come to the course and that they were looking to get after it like that. And good God, I mean, he buffaloed me with a full transfusion, and tequila transfusion is on the menu here at the Breezy Lounge. Out of respect to Josh Allen, that was an unbelievable time. Joey D, we send it over to you.
I think I got to do this out of respect. I get back-to-back picks, yeah?
Yeah, you do.
That's right.
I get
That's
back-to-back
nice.
picks.
That's
So I'm going to go, first and foremost, to me, the video that started it all, and I was not thrilled at the time that this video was filmed, but I think I have to go ahead and give a shout-out to the Links of Victoria video.
great value
Just
at
an
5.
absolute...
For you.
Yeah, it was a bang job from start to finish. But listen, at the end of the day, if that video doesn't happen, I don't know if Bob Does Sports is where we are today. So I'll go ahead and take that one, and then I'm going to follow it up. I'm going to back it up after that with, damn, this is tough. Give me the Max Homa.
That's a great
Max
this is
Homa.
really good.
Yeah, I think the Homa match really kind of put us
the team to beat.
on the board with the PGA Pro. He shot incredibly well. Perez was fucking amazing. We did a premiere for the episode, which just was, we were all watching it at Bob's.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fucking awesome seeing like people watching it live. So yeah, I think I'm pretty confident with those two picks back to back. I think that's a great pick. That's
the way you build a roster.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
That's the way
you build
You got a good
He's
roster.
building in the
Yeah, I like
trenches.
where I'm
He's
going.
got
Right.
two offensive linemen that
GMs
will
will
not
go.
let
Good
keep that
GMs
aside.
will always
Yeah.
go trenches first, and
Yeah, he's got a good list. I'm going to take what I know you were going to take, and it's such a good one, and you had to know you weren't going to get it at
Yep.
the end. Do
I
you
know.
think you know what I'm going to say?
I know
Should
what
I
he's
guess?
going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
No,
I
you're
thought-
not. You don't know.
Oh no, okay.
This
then go
one,
for it.
this one is a sleeper.
It's a sleeper
It's
pick.
gold.
Go for it.
The first speed golf with FP.
Yes.
That was what I. That was
The-
mine.
yes,
right?
that
the
is-
first when
In
FP
Scottsdale?
Yeah, it's my dad's favorite episode.
Yeah, when
that was
watches it
mine.
every.
when FP caught that second wind and you thought he
After
had
the
not,
taco.
it was one of the funniest moments. I think one of these days we got to do a top 5 funniest moments. That will be when
it was
FP catches that
incredible.
second wind when you think he's done and you see him, the drone shot of him appearing from the trees is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Give me that.
That's a great.
That was
pick.
the one I was going to say.
It's such a good one.
All right, I will take the Hot Ones challenge.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
That's it.
Yep.
I wasn't at your first, but that was the first challenge you were in, right?
I don't know, man. You make the videos. You tell me.
I think it was.
Dude.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. It
I
was,
actually forgot about that one.
was the first one.
I thought that was like another thing that like took like it was creative. It was we like brainstormed it a little bit.
Not that
That's
hot.
one of my favorites.
Not that hot.
No.
No, yeah, I
Fun
expected it.
fact too. Ticket took all the sauces.
You're the sickest of us all, man. Yeah, this guy.
I'm still working on them.
He's crazy. By the way, people are putting into the chat. People are truly concerned for if you're okay because you just look like you're really your posture right now.
So my back is compromised.
It's really.
We'll power through it. Thank you for your concern. I do appreciate that.
FP.
All right, hot ones. Okay.
I didn't
Threw
see
me
that
off. I
coming
was
off
not
the
ready
board.
for
Me
that
neither.
I just wanted to throw a wrench in there, you know.
I will take the. I'm gonna go taco.
Oh, the taco challenge.
Tacos.
I banged myself, didn't I?
There's a lot of reasons for that. I like tacos. I think it was a fun time. It was at Chevy. That's just respect play.
Chevy's going Chevy.
Chevy's always gonna Chevy always has. That was just a wild episode for sure. We needed birdie on the last hole to save ourselves from having to do it again. I would do it again though. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
With Bob showed up. Bob showed up on the taco
Bob, you
front.
ate 17 or 18 tacos.
18, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was
boy.
going off. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good episode.
Mikey V, he's got pickleball at 1. Next 2.
In all seriousness, this one to me, the old course. I really, I mean, from a viewer perspective, I thought that was just visually probably the coolest thing to watch. Yeah. And then I got to go back to back. So then I think I'd be remiss not to mention the Ole Miss episode.
Good for you,
Ole Miss
man.
episode.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a sucker for the
Shout out
Grove.
Oxford.
I'm a sucker for the Grove.
Yeah.
Throwing it back.
We got to go back.
Howdy ass tatty.
Yeah, that's actually Mikey. That's very good.
Thank you.
All right, FP comes back to you now.
Back to me. Give me.
I'm struggling.
Give me Keegan.
Damn.
Give me the Keegan match.
Damn.
That's our guy, Keegan Bradley. Should have been on the Ryder Cup team. That was just a good match. Trump Jupiter. It was a lot of fun.
Hit the bulkhead.
We had Scotty there. Scotty Vale was there.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a lot of fun.
You remember when you hit the bulkhead or somebody on the last hole? Somebody hit a shot that hit the thing and Keegan
Yeah,
like,
it was
it
me.
hit the bulkhead. Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
yeah.
And then Cutsy's like, what's a bulkhead?
Yeah, that did happen.
My turn?
Yeah.
I'll take the original Scottsdale 18 beer challenge.
That's a great video.
Damn, man.
Mainly for the speech that Cutsy gives at the end.
Oh, that's one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
yeah.
Stick it to the juice.
Yeah.
He's like,
He is that picker.
I am that picker.
like I look back on that and I still have no idea what he meant, but it sounded so good. It really did.
I was so drunk.
Yeah.
I had
know what they say,
11
Joe?
beer.
You can't dazzle him with brilliance. Baffle him with
How many
bullshit.
beer did you have?
11.
11 beers.
Beers, yeah.
Beers.
I was gonna go with the sleeper. My sleeper. This isn't gonna be my 3. It's close. My sleeper favorite cart partner is a video that's coming out. Stu Gotts from the Dan Le Batard show was, and I've watched the Dan Le Batard show a bit. FP's seen it a lot. I didn't know too much. Like, I knew of him and whatnot. I did not expect to have as much fun as I had with him. He's a Long Island guy. He's a ball buster. That was the most fun I've ever had in the cart with somebody. But my 3 would be the Fireball episode.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It
Right,
just
gotta take it down.
in Virginia, the
Gotta
Virginia one.
take it down.
Yeah. I freed up Leland. I freed up Leland. That was just such a blast. I think one of the funniest things when I look back of that putt that I had, where it was like a 30-foot putt that goes like 4 feet. Right before I'm looking at the club, and I think the club's shaking, was disgusting. And then Cutsy just loses his mind.
It was one of the truly worst putts I've ever seen in my
so
life.
bad. That's got to be YouTube's worst putt. There's one where me and you against Bo Hostler. Remember when we both hit that ball right back to back where
Yeah.
it blows past low? Bo's like, that's the very worst putt I've ever seen. And then I hit it right next to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Just give me Fireball there, and then Joey D, and then we got our big old giveaway coming.
I think the challenges are always like my favorite videos to watch just because they're so funny. And I'll run it to the last one that we did, the Guinness Challenge with Rick in Scotland. Not even just for the challenge. I mean, I thought it was hilarious, but just like the atmosphere. We're playing with Rick in Scotland, getting hammered off Guinness and just laughing and just like chopping it up. Like, it was truly one of the funner days and experiences I've ever had on the golf course. And it's a great episode too. So if you haven't watched it, go check it out.
I think Joey D's list. I mean, we'll ask for the people in the chat. I think Joey D's list runs away with it. I think he's got a good.
He got really good
roster.
value.
By the way, low key, one of the best days we've had. Not even on the course, and with all due respect to Ticket and Jet, because you guys weren't there. When us three went through Edinburgh and got hammered at the bars.
Dude, we're talking about the Fringe Fest.
Yeah, we were in Scotland for like 5 days. We hadn't filmed a video. we didn't get a video.
We tried. We couldn't figure it out. I think it was a language barrier. I mean, I know they speak English, but we just could not figure out how to film there.
Yeah,
Slept 20 hours.
I slept. If we were in Edinburgh for 72 hours, I slept for 70 of them.
We got so sick. By the end of Scotland, we were a mash unit. We were like, it was bad.
it was bad.
Yeah, but it was good.
It was good.
Bad.
Yeah, there was a time where we were there for like 3 days and we didn't have a single thing of content. And we just ate.
We had some social stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott.
We tried.
We ate. We just ate. That's
We
all we did.
also stayed on a park that was like a golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a pitch and putt.
Yeah, couldn't do
and
it.
We couldn't even pull that off. We would just
got
grab a
banged
couple
with
wedges.
The jet lag banged us.
But you
It
know
was
who got
those
banged?
days.
You got banged at that Airbnb
Yeah.
real bad. And you know who's due for a good old banging next? This guy has been living lavish
Yeah.
at
Yes.
every
Yes,
Airbnb,
yes.
and we've let him get away with it for a long
pursued
time.
cracks.
I know, and
We're
no
s-
more.
we're horrified.
We're not scared
No,
anymore.
It's time
You're
for you
due
to
for a bang job.
At the beginning,
Get the
I know
walk-in
I'm due for a
closet.
bang job.
You-
With that being said, I think Jensen may be coming on the next one, so he's going to take the bang job.
yeah, he'll get banged.
I get myself
actually due
one
to get
more
banged
like,
multiple
leeway.
times.
We got to give him the master.
With the,
Make him
as like
feel
the
like
welcome,
yeah.
and then we bang him.
Yes, correct.
You're absolutely right. I deserve the next, but don't talk as if I've never taken a bang job. It's just been a while.
Name it.
I shared bunk beds. I shared bunk beds with Bob 14 years ago in Scottsdale.
That's right.
First trip.
Yeah. By the way, somebody asked in the chat if Poppy's selling big tickets outside of West Virginia today. I saw that in the chat. So good.
Morgantown.
It's out there now. No one knew what college it was. It's out there.
Again, we want to give a big shout out. Again, congratulations, Nick Gibb. Shout out 5 Iron having us here at the Breezy Lounge. If you are in New York at Herald Square, come on over. We're going to be watching the football games from here. BreezyGolf.com. New collection has dropped. To give that a go. The winter capsule is out. Shout out 5 Iron. Shout out you, the people that support us day in, day out. That's been another edition of the Bob Does Sports Podcast. We'll see you next time.